Yesterday we rented a car and made our way from Antalya over to the Fethiye region.
And we are staying in an area of Fethiye called Ölüdeniz, which we were recommended by various students of ours as being the most beautiful area to stay in.
To start the day, we want to do a small section of the Lycian trail, which actually starts here in Oludeniz.
The Lycian trail is Turkey's first long-distance walking path that is 540 kilometers going all the way from Antalya around to Fethiye.
It takes 29 days and it seems quite similar to the one we saw recently in England on the southwest coast path. There's literally a turtle in the road, crossing the road.
There's a joke there somewhere.
There's got to be a joke in there.
For those of you who are new to the channel, whenever Alex and I go out on walks in nature, hikes, things like that, we're always looking out for wildlife. And this is not something I expected to see.
There is no way that thing is getting away from us.
Yeah, exactly. We can take our sweet, sweet time.
What? This is the weirdest wildlife I've ever seen. There is a tortoise crossing the road. We spent the last 6 months trying to find some wildlife encounters in England, and we had a lot of great ones, but nothing like this. This guy doesn't seem bothered by us, he's just walking alongside us.
And maybe for the locals this isn't that exciting, and maybe if locals are watching now they're like, why are they getting so excited? It's just a tortoise. But for us, we don't have anything like this in England. It's really exciting.
To any Turkish people watching, can you let us know, is it quite normal to see a tortoise just walking across the road like this, or is this a really rare experience?
It's so weird. He's our new mate, he's joining the bean team. It's Alex, Emma and Tommy the tortoise.
Wow, that has made my month. That's probably made my year.
I had no idea they had tortoises as well as turtles. This is awesome.
I'm speechless about... There's another one.
What?
Isn't that another one?
Oh my god! It's turtle heaven!
It's literally another... What? Okay, this must be very common.
What is going on?
What?
Hey mate. Wow! Holy crap. Oh, I want nothing more right now than to jump into that water. It looks amazing. Look, all the paragliders as well. I bet the views from up there are amazing. We've made it up to the viewpoint here, and as you can see, the view behind us is ridiculously nice. The colour of that water, I don't think I've seen such blue water in my life before. Look at it. It is so enticing that Alex and I have decided that is where we're going to go next. Especially from up here, you see the paragliders coming from the top of the mountain and ending up down there. It is making us extremely jealous.
So if we keep going up this path, it's for another 9 kilometers, we're gonna get to the top of the mountain where you can do the paragliding.
Alex and I have discussed doing the paragliding, but also we are massive wimps when it comes to heights, so I don't think that's gonna happen today. If you are thinking about doing this trek, it's definitely worthwhile doing it before the summertime. It is May now and it is about 30 degrees, but with a nice cool breeze, so it's not too bad today, but in the summer it would be way too hot. So the main beach is here to the left, as you can see behind me, but actually behind that to the right hand side you have the Blue Lagoon, which is separated from the main beach by just a narrow channel there. So hopefully we can go and check both of those out this afternoon.
We've come down to the beach for the first time, and actually the first thing that struck me was seeing the signs everywhere for traditional English breakfast. This is something I hate so much about the fellow Brits, is not all of them at all, but a large portion of British people like to go abroad, but they're so unadventurous when it comes to food. And if you're seeing English breakfast advertised all around and roast dinners, that means they're selling, probably like hotcakes. That said, we have come to get some food, and I have got myself meat and chips, which at least in England this is quite a popular thing if you go to the kebab shop. I'm not sure if this is traditional or probably more likely tailored towards the English tastes, but I couldn't resist. After a long walk and seeing the little sight of chips covered in meat, I couldn't say no. This food doesn't need too much explaining from you at home, I'm sure, but I love the combination of potato and meat. The meat is actually really good. I'm so used to this kind of meat being very tough and dry. But
well, that's only the British one.
This meat is really soft, really tender. The fries are cooked to perfection. This is a solid 10 out of 10. No, I'm joking, but this is very nice.
So I've got myself a stuffed aubergine here with peppers, onions, garlic and tomato, and also this is my favorite thing that I've had so far, is the meze here. I love the meze. It always comes with really delicious fresh bread as well. So this one I've not actually had before. This one is aubergine with yogurt and garlic, I think. To me, meze is the perfect thing to have in this weather. You can just snack on it, share it amongst other people. Also, it tastes really healthy and refreshing. Perfect food for the beachside. Also, we've got ourselves some fresh orange juice. The oranges in Turkey are delicious. I'm so excited to try this meze. If you haven't already guessed, I love aubergine, which is why I've ordered so much of it. And these are like two of my favorite things, yogurt and aubergine combined. So I know it's probably going to be good. Turkish food is so good. And actually, I think relatively healthy too. To me, you can't really go wrong with baked stuffed aubergine. It's always pretty great. This is incredible. I can't fault it. We're actually right along the beachfront here, so the prices here are probably a little more expensive than if we were eating inland. But the prices are, it's about £2 for stuffed aubergine, and again another £2 for the meze. The meat dish costs a little bit more at about £5 or £6.
Slipping out the back door. But it's not what you're made for, and there's nothing that is too late for. Out of the cold into my warm hand in the sun. It's already begun.
They never tell you how cold it is.
After lunch, we had a walk down the beach, and as beautiful as it was a little crowded for us. So we carried on walking towards the Blue Lagoon. It turns out that the Blue Lagoon is actually a protected nature reserve, which you do have to pay to come into, but it is a very reasonable 7 lira, which is less than £1 to get in. It's much quieter down here than the main beach, and just generally a lot more relaxing. The water itself is crystal clear blue water. It is perfect. As you get in, it is a little chilly, I will warn you. It's definitely not warm water. However, as everyone always says, once you get in, it's fine. And actually, we really appreciated that cold water after that hike this morning.
Also, the time of the year is probably why it's cold.
Definitely, yeah. So visiting in May, the water is going to be a bit colder. I think the water would be much warmer in the summertime. Now, not everything is as perfect as it seems when you travel, and I feel like with every place there has to be one little problem that us Brits can find. At the nature reserve, they actually had a few guys walking down the beach with the different birds to have photos with, and taking photos with captive animals isn't really up mine or ours alley, and we found it a little bit tasteless considering we're in a nature reserve. So that's the only negative we would say about this beach.
But British people are just problem hunters, so...
If there's a problem, we'll find it. So I guess now seems about the right time for us to go get a roast dinner, Al. No, only joking. So we are going to head over back to the car, and we are going to drive to a viewpoint overlooking the beach.
The drive to this lookout is ridiculous, but we had to stop the car when I saw some goats on the side of the road. And I have to ask you at home, is anyone else suspicious of goats as I am? What is their game? Why can you walk on everything? Why are they hanging out in trees? Why are they hanging out on the mountains? I don't trust it. We have tried and failed to get to the viewpoint. We can't find it anywhere, so we tried to climb over the little barrier because we saw some other people doing it to go and get a spot of the beach down there, which is of Butterfly Valley. But we don't want any squash beans. This is not for us, this dangerous game.
So we are going to settle here for sunset and not go too much further towards the edge because it's a bit slippery and there's lots of broken rocks around. It has been a beautiful day full of good food, good views, nice beaches,
Tortoises!
Tortoises!
And goats!
And goats. Could not have asked for more. What a great day.
So if you like the video, please give it one of these, which is a thumbs up, because apparently it helps. Also, leave us a comment.
And don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell if you would like to be notified of future Turkey content.
And for the fear of causing an earthquake, there's a lot of rubble around here. I'm going to say goodbye to you all in the most normal way that I can, and beads out! Carrying on the theme from yesterday's video when we saw a tortoise, there's another weird animal we've just seen. What? Okay, I'm guessing this is a farm. I've not really ever seen a farm with these animals before. What?